Coming up right now, it's not your parents' vending machine, while New York City is now competing with the corner dealers.
Also coming up, it's an excellent example of why you can't always believe everything you read.
And a little bit later on, Beyonce makes a career-changing decision and why she says it has to be done.
Daily Flash starts right now.
Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
I am Mitch English, welcoming you to a Monday edition of Daily Flash. So happy to have you here, and we have got a great show, 60 minutes of just fun stuff, and Matt Doolittle as well, right?
Well, you know, I am the extra stuff. You know what's amazing? You guys know I'm a theme park nut. I go there all the time.
I did not know that at all.
You know what I found out? One of our camera guys, Braden, has never been to the Disney theme parks, and yet he has been here.
Braden.
He's lived here for almost his whole life.
Take a step over. Look up in the air. It's Walt Disney looking down on you right now. Look up in the air, Braden.
He has never been to one of the parks, and we live in Orlando. I'm going to have to take him.
You should. If you're going to go with someone, go with Matt so he can show you.
I know where all the bathrooms are.
There you go. Yeah.
I'll let you pay.
I'm going to let you pay.
Plays it.
I don't blame you. I would make him pay too. So check this out. A New Hampshire video game maker has created a real-life treasure hunt. The game is called Skydrop, and they're offering a $26,000 prize package if you're able to find a golden chalice that's hidden somewhere in a forest. And of course, they're going to be giving clues every day, but you pay into this whole thing, and then the chalice is hidden. It's sort of it's made out of 24 karat gold, they said. Yeah. I don't know if we can see this or not, but I'll show it to you on my screen.
Do you get to keep the chalice as
You get to keep the chalice, and of course it switches over. Anyway,
but
yeah.
Do you remember, as you go look for it again, during the pandemic, they had one, and everybody's like, well, I don't have to really work. I want to go out and do it. And people going crazy. Yeah. But they had a problem with, people trying to claim it, the area first in those areas. I imagine paying it with daily clues might circumvent that.
Yeah, and they've got they keep 24-hour watch on it with cameras.
Okay, there we go.
It's hidden on the in the forest floor somewhere, and they have it on a U.S. national park land, so it's accessible to everybody. It's not like it's hidden on private land. But yeah, it's kind of an interesting thing.
It really is because of the fact, now with all the technology that we have, obviously the clues that come out. I imagine you can't use too much technology outside of GPS and that sort of. It'd be like riddles or whatever as far as the clues go.
Sending out clues.
Something fun to do.
Yeah, I think they mentioned that on Discord. I guess they're kind of coordinating all of this stuff. But if you sign up for this Skydrop game, then you end up getting these clues, and then eventually, you narrow down where the actual location is. So it's the first person to find it.
If it gets you out of the house.
Yeah, I think it's kind of neat.
I like that idea. Let's jump into some trending stories. We go to New York City, where the latest vending machines feature drugs for sale.
Woohoo!
Yeah. They're so popular, suppliers are actually struggling to keep them stocked. Now, the machines offer everything, and we're not joking here, from crack pipes to Narcan to condoms. And even fentanyl test strips as well. The fentanyl test strips, I kind of agree with that part. Residents say the machines, which will dispense so-called meth and snorting kits, attract a bad crowd and are making their neighborhoods more dangerous, you think? The machines send out a digital alert to the company keeping track of sales when stock is running low, and it's on the corner, it's taking over altogether. I can't see how cops would not keep an eye on that sort of thing. But if they're selling paraphernalia that's going to go, like the fentanyl thing, I'm all about. And you can't arrest somebody for buying a crack pipe. You know what I'm saying?
True, yeah.
Because unless you put crack in it.
Accessories, right. So you're not actually selling the physical crack. You're just selling the pipe that you smoke it in. What's the adage? If you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah.
So is that what they're doing with these vending machines?
Now they're getting lazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to be a hustler to be a drug dealer.
You used to have to know a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy.
Yeah.
Now you just need some quarters.
I mean, in Japan, you can buy used underwear in a vending machine. So I guess, we're catching up.
Matt speaks of experience.
I think so. I get the Narcan too, along with the
Narcan,
fentanyl
sure.
strips, but the rest of it, the snorting kits and all that.
But is it any worse than Kylie Jenner at the airport's vending machines? You see-
Or makeup vending machines?
They're everywhere. Interesting. There.
True. A Harvard medical student decided to test his cholesterol after eating more than 700 eggs within a month.
That cannot be good.
His goal was to test the effects of a fowl diet and see what it might do to his cholesterol. To his surprise, he says his levels actually dropped by 20%. He compared it to eating an egg-free, high-carb breakfast and saw no real change. He says the study also suggested that people with diabetes eat 6 to 12 eggs per week actually saw an increase in their good cholesterol. The overall goal of the Extraordinary experiment was to draw the attention of researchers and the study of metabolic health. I think it's important to note here, look, everybody's different. Everybody's cholesterol is different. So while this guy can probably eat 700 eggs, maybe not so much for someone else.
Yeah, not at all. And, it's a lot of protein. It's a high protein, sounds like it, that sort of thing. And I think of Martin Spurlock, is that Morgan Spurlock for the supersized me, where he ate just, the Big Mac in McDonald's for a month. You can do that sort of thing. And to what you had said, my body's different than your body and that sort of thing. To go that extreme, it's not feasible, number one.
No.
But I think he was just trying to prove a point, I guess, that find a little science.
The methane produced, though, from doing that.
From
Because if
eating
anybody's had
700
like
eggs.
a good egg breakfast, afterwards, it's, so he's just walking around Putin.
Do we need to call HR for that one?
He is HR.
I am.
He is HR.
Yeah, you are right. It can't do well for your body. So I wondered if you took like probiotics or something like that along with it.
Foul smell.
Very foul smell.
Is it for clicks? Is it because clearly we're talking about it, right?
100%.
For a guy that eats 700 eggs, but here's the thing: it's all in genetics. I think when it comes to that sort of thing, when it comes to measuring your cholesterol, I've known people that eat as clean as possible, but they still have high cholesterol through the roof.
You have to, and just people are different altogether.
Yeah.
Beyonce fans will not get to see Cowboy Carter at and Renaissance music videos, at least, anytime soon. Beyonce has decided the world needs to focus on her vocals, not her videos. Bey recently embarked on a world tour for her Renaissance album, which she released last summer. The pop star says that she still enjoys singing despite her busy schedule and doesn't really consider belting out tunes in front of a microphone as work. Something that you love to do, you try to make money doing it, I guess, is one thing. And I think this does come out with, she felt slighted at the CMA Awards that she wasn't honored for her country music contribution, which I don't think is fair. And Dolly Parton came out and said, well, no, I mean, this is country music, people. You have a great voice and everything.
First country album.
And the first one, and there's other people that, you might have been on the list, but you might not have been at the top, is what I think Dolly came out and said. And I think maybe she's like, okay, the novelty of all that is over, right?
She got her money and she made her cash off of the country music for a hot second.
I don't think we're going to see any more country albums from Beyonce.
Which is unfortunate.
She's extremely talented.
Yeah, because I like the tunes that came off that album. I thought they were great.
Everybody was saying they loved it. They loved it.
Mitch, you've been to Nashville 100 times, right? Like, how those people are there. They're very protective of their people. And I think that if she's coming in trying to stir it up, that the people in Nashville are kind of like, yeah, we see what you're doing here, and we're not cool with that.
I can tell you, and you can count, I can't stop counting how many people do it, but people start off in country music because they have a loyal fan base and they can get bigger. Taylor Swift is probably the best example of that sort of thing. And they kind of eventually move over, even Shania Twain. And they're allowed, if you start off in country, you're allowed to come back.
Sure.
So if your career is kind of going down, well, I'll just do a country album.
But it's different if you start out in pop like she did and then try and transfer into country.
Until as of late, people like Jelly Roll and Post Malone, they're now doing country albums as well, and country and duets and such and that sort of thing. But country music, you will find are very welcoming. They're welcoming people into that sort of thing. And I think of Tammy Wynette and when
George
she did
Jones,
she did a song with KLF.
Oh yes,
remember
yes.
Moo Moo Land or something like that. And at the time it was like, Tammy, what are you doing? This is crazy. And everybody is like, we love this song, and it turned out to be a pretty very popular dance hit.
And not just for Beyonce, but I think for anybody trying to make that transition, is there a certain expectation that you'll be just as popular in country as you you are in pop. Is that maybe a false expectation?
I think it is. I mean, I think that it's just, all you need is a fan base to start off with, just like anything, a foundation where you're able to do that sort of thing. And I think that happens a lot. Avril Lavigne started off in country music. People don't realize, long when she was a young, she kind of like was kind of following the Taylor Swift kind of age as well.
Model, sure.
And, I mean, the list goes on and on and on about that. And I think it's just, I hate to say that they're taking advantage of the situation, but if you make good music is good music. And I think country music artists know
What's that main street in Nashville that everybody literally has to go?
Broadway.
You got to go bar to bar to bar to bar to sing up and down.
You got to earn your stripes, I think, especially in that genre, for sure.
All right, there's a great documentary out. We're going to tell you about it. It's called Blink. It's on National Geographic. We're going to talk to the parents about this, and it's heartbreaking, but we'll tell you all the good stuff when we return. Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. When their children are diagnosed with a rare and incurable eye disease, one family sets out on a journey to show all of them the beauty of the world. Check this out.
Our kids were pretty young when we learned 3 out of 4 have retinitis pigmentosa. For some people, their field of vision is going to go completely dark.
I'm thinking it's a sign.
There's no treatment. There's nothing they can do about it.
It's just too much. You're powerless.
But the freckles in our eyes are mirror.
Traveling is always something that had been on our mind. So we said, let's do it now. Let's go all in and fill their visual memory with as much beautiful thing as we can.
And joining us now to talk about Blink, the new documentary, are the kids' parents, Edith LeMay and Sebastien Pelletier. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. First off, you have a beautiful family. I want to tell you that. And thank you for allowing us to witness what I really felt was really encouraging for what we could do as parents, but also just how we should appreciate life. Let me ask you, what emotions did you have to go through when you found out that your children actually would be featured in a National Geographic film?
I don't know what kind of emotion. It was just so big and unexpected that I think the most prominent emotion was really to be so proud that it's National Geographic who's gonna take the movie. For us, that's what made us want to go travel when we were kids. So we were really glad that it was done.
Now, explain a little bit what your children have. All of them have. It's the cells behind their retinas. Explain exactly what it does and what is going to happen to your children as they get older.
Actually, it's a gene that's defective.
Okay.
And what happened is some protein is not produced in their eyes. So slowly their cell in their retina are dying. So they're going to lose their field of vision from the outside towards the inside. So in the end, they're going to see it's going to be like if they're looking through a straw.
Yeah. Wow. And, being parents, you want everything for your children. And I was sitting here watching what they do and what you have done for them. And I go, wow, these kids have seen more of the world than I have. And that was the point, right? Is that you wanted them to see the world. And how do you because I know, Sebastien, you had to plan out a whole lot of this, right? I don't know how you made the track and everything for them to do it. What's some of the things that they wanted to do on their bucket list?
They wanted to do a lot of crazy stuff, and the most prominent one is Laurent just said, I want to, drink juice on a camel. And at the time we thought it was really, really funny. But when we actually got this, at a desert, we say, hey, why not do it? And the kids were all like, buy the juice.
I thought
so
that was
all there was all these different things they wanted to do, and we got to do most of them, but that one was the funniest.
I loved it, and it's very child, the eyes of the child. That's what they wanted to do, and he got to do it. That's what's so great. I think how this movie really kind of impacted me, and I want to know what it felt like. I don't want to give too much of it away, but you were stuck somewhere for 9 hours that no one could come and rescue you, and it was completely dark. And that had to be somewhat like, wow, this is something that my kids are probably going to have to go through and I can experience with them. Can you kind of bring us in that moment when you were going through that? It was amazingly, you handled it so well.
We knew that at that moment, the kids were synchronizing their emotion on us. So the most important thing, it was to for us as parents to stay as calm as possible and try to make it as fun as possible the way we can. So For the most part, it was the atmosphere was pretty calm until the end, but we were really glad that it happens towards the end of our trip because we realized that the kids were so much more resilient. Because I don't think it would have been as easy to do it if it was at the beginning of the trip. But after a year of traveling and being in so many crazy situation, then this one, we realized that our kids were somehow ready to face what's going to happen in their life.
I think it really drew me in. It really drew me in when I saw, I think it was Laurent, he was playing soccer and the sun was coming down. And it was so crazy. And then when he couldn't see it anymore. And that really drew me into wow, what this family has to go through. And thank you for sharing that first off. And I think I want to put my bucket list, drinking juice on a camel as well. I think it's a heartwarming just thing about family and just about how important we have things in our life. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your story with us all together. We're really deeply appreciating it. If you want to find out more information about this really great documentary, it's called Blink. You can head to our website at dailyflashshow.com. It's on National Geographic as well. All the details on our website. Check it out.
Thank you there, Mitch. And then there's this. There are bugs in the library. Yep, it happened again. The Oak Park Public Library in Michigan had to shut its doors recently for a deep clean after bed bugs were found lounging in a couple of chairs in the computer area over in Royal Oak. A new library had its own bug drama when cockroaches crawled out of a returned DVD case. Yes, those are a thing. Oak Park was back in business a few days later after removing the bug-infested furniture and giving the place a good scrub because no one wants to mix reading with creepy crawlers. And having been to that part of Michigan, yeah, that's definitely part of it. But hey, you know what you can be a part of? Head over to our website, dailyflashshow.com. There, you can check out a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff. You can see our camera crew, our cool guys here. You can also see a segment that I have on there called Preview a Review, where I bring you the finest that entertainment, theme parks, all things nerd have to offer. We put a lot of stuff on there. We're gonna have a lot of contests and stuff going on there too. A lot of good stuff on our website, dailyflashshow.com. Head to our YouTube page where you can see that, and make sure you follow all of us on our socials. All right, make sure you head over to there, and we'll be right back. More Daily Flash right after this.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. Every year, CEDIA Expo, it's a leading event for smart home technology that brings together professionals and innovators in the industry, takes place. And the person to let us know what's coming, at least to our tech-wise home, is our very own Dr. Frank Vigiano. He makes it to the event, reports back to us. How you doing, Dr. Frank?
I'm well, Mitch. How are you?
I am well, and I'm so glad we got the matching jackets today. You're the guy that I always aspire to be, my man.
Okay.
Hey,
sounds wonderful. I love it.
What is CEDIA? What is it? The little flying things that come every 17 years? Is that what the CEDIA is, or what?
No.
Oh, those are cicadas. Oh, okay.
Yeah. CEDIA is a Custom Electronic Design and Installation Association. So these are the people that basically come into your home, install a home theater, lighting control, shades, wherever you'd like to have them, all the new technology for your home.
Very cool. And let's see that some of that good stuff. You got something that's actually going to pack a punch when it comes to my audio. Am I right?
That is correct, Mitch. Absolutely. Yep. And this is amazing because of the value. This is Martin Logan's Dynamo Foundation subwoofer. It's the latest advancement in subwoofer design, combining high performance and exceptional value. Advanced engineering utilizes state-of-the-art analysis for distortion-free sound. It has seamless integration, Mitch. You can see this knob on, you actually saw the speaker at the bottom there. It has seamless integration and versatile connectivity. It's a high-value, high-performance subwoofer, immersive audio experience. So what I love about this company, they incorporate many of their high-performance technologies at affordable prices. Mitch, this Foundation 10 is priced at only $299.
Wow.
That's incredible. Yeah. So visit martinlogan.com or your authorized Martin Logan dealer.
People don't realize how that subwoofer changes sound. It's really, really cool. What else you got for the tunes?
Okay, so this is by Anthem, and this is amazing. We've had this on before, the MRX Slim AV receiver. It's received the Best New Hardware Smart Home Award at CEDIA. This is the award for all of America, which is amazing. So they won the top award, and the MRX Slim is a compact, powerful, and sleek receiver. Look at that. You can put it behind the television. Oh. It's a fraction of the size of a traditional AV receiver, yet delivers fidelity sound without compromising on sound quality. The space-saving design meets powerful sonic performance, and the hideaway design allows you to hide it, mount it, rack it, or stack it anywhere. It can fit behind your flat screen, as I mentioned, and the TV in the rack or a cabinet or even inside the wall. It has a robust streaming capability like the Apple AirPlay, Google Cast, and Bluetooth, and the Anthem is the leader in audio innovation. And you learn more by visiting anthemav.com. And Mitch, the award is amazing. They have really, this is something people have been wanting and waiting for a long time.
Very cool. Now we hear that in order to make your smart home smart, you have to make it very easy. Do you have something that's going to do just that?
Absolutely, Mitch. This is by NICE, and NICE introduced their home management smart solutions, and NICE unveiled new home management solutions at the show. Their innovative new features and capabilities enhance the way users interact with their smart homes. It features faster processing, stunning 4K video, and native voice control with NICE Voice Assistant. NICE revolutionizes home automation with a more personalized approach. With a voice assistant, users can control their media, climate, lighting, shades, their intercom security with their voice, and a brand new video doorbell is enhanced with a wide-angle, high-definition camera. And its enhanced coverage will cover the sensors, detectors, garage door, the mobile app, all of that, Mitch. And for more information, visit niceforyou.com.
Niceforyou.com is the website. And since we're talking about homes, do you have one that's going to make it feel nice year-round?
Absolutely, yeah. This is Mr. Cool. I love this product. It's the first do-it-yourself ductless HVAC system. And the benefit of this is it's for all seasons. So not only does it provide air conditioning, but it also provides heat. So you can see it's a do-it-yourself system. Pre-charged line sets allow quick connections. Single zone or multi-zone units are available for 2 to 5 rooms. And the air handler can be wall-mounted or ceiling-mounted with a new ceiling cassette, which you can see there. With easy air filter access, it's America's only true do-it-yourself HVAC system with no special tools or ductwork needed. You can do it yourself. So this 4th generation unit, you can basically use it through an app through your smartphone, voice controls, and Energy Star certification, which is really important. Mm-hmm. They start around $1,700, Mitch, and check for rebates. But visit MrCoolDIY.com and select stores nationwide.
Very cool. And let's go back to getting the whole house audio. Do you have something where we can just get the music everywhere?
Yeah, Mitch, this is great. Everybody's streaming today, and that's a really important technology. So professional music streamers by Autonomic, and this company, they basically have high resolution streamers without any limits. You can play back up to 5 different streams at the same time in different rooms. Powerful audio distribution. It's internal solid state drive with seamless integration. And what I love about it, it's designed exclusively for high-end multi-room home audio or even on the commercial side. They natively support Apple Music, Spotify, and other major streaming devices. You can contact your local AV professional or visit autonomic.biz.
Cool. I love everything you talk about. Thanks so much for this information and so much more. You can check out what'snewdoc.com or head to our website, dailyflashshow.com.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hello, everybody. I am Mitch English.
I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, your source for trending news and entertainment.
So glad to have you here. We're having so much fun. We love hearing from you, too. By the way, our website's up and running at dailyflashshow.com. Anything you see on the show, you can see there and also comment on it and let us know. Before the pandemic kicked off, there was McDonald's caught a lot of heat because they started putting in these kiosks, the computer, and they're saying, well, this is going to take over all their jobs, the people behind the counter. Well, they're doing some research out and they're actually saying in a lot of cases, it's providing new jobs. behind the counter. Here's the reason what they're attributing it to. First off, mobile ordering is a bigger deal. First off, having the food ready for them, like, delivery and that sort of thing, or come by and picking it up and that sort of thing. But they're saying it's creating more jobs because these kiosks will always try to upsell you. And, you can get a free dessert, or dessert is only this amount of money. And not that a person would be able to do it, but you still had to have somebody behind the counter to do that. And it allows to do that. And they're starting to see actually a 3% increase of what people are purchasing.
In sales.
And now our friends at the Shake Shack, you been to Shake Shack?
Yeah, I love Shake Shack.
Except for one at
Winter Park?
It's right next to the Trader Joe's. You cannot find a parking lot. Dear Lord.
Yeah.
Anyway, they had said if they, in some places across the country, it's after 40 people will be in line. And of course, they have multiple kiosks. Yeah. But when people feel like they're in a hurry, they'll order less. They're like, I'll just get this. I'll get this. And so they have to figure out, well, if we're going to have 40 people in line, maybe we need to bring in more kiosks and that sort of thing, which then if we had 40 people in line, then we're going to need more people behind it. And they say that long lines actually will always equal less ordering. So if you have plenty of time, you're like, all right, well, I'll have time to think. If you know there's somebody behind you, then you'll order less.
Okay.
Well, you notice all of the big stores, Target, Walmart, they're getting rid of the self-checkouts because they're seeing over the years people are stealing a lot. So now they're having to hire more people to work the registers again.
I like, though, and I'll tell you why I like checking myself out, is that in a mirror and at a grocery store.
We all do, Mitch.
Okay, no, I'll tell you why. So they'll always have these specials, buy one, get one free, right? And I'll get one, like, let's just say Pop-Tarts, okay? I'll get a blueberry Pop-Tart and a chocolate Pop-Tart. Well, sometimes, if you win them through separately, they don't recognize that it was buy one, get one, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'll always just, like, if I have a blueberry, I'll just do it twice and put it in there.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if that's considered stealing, but I cannot tell you how many times this one particular grocery store, it says 2 for 1 or whatever, and then I don't get it because I didn't get the exact same thing.
Oh, I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's one reason why I like it. Plus, I also like to bag my own stuff.
It's kind of fun,
It is
too,
fun.
isn't it?
It is. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. New York City's latest vending machines feature drugs for sale, and they are so popular, suppliers are struggling to keep them stocked. The machines offer everything from crack pipes to Narcan to condoms and even some fentanyl test strips. Residents say the machines, which dispense so-called meth and snorting kits, attract a bad crowd and are making their neighborhoods even more dangerous. The machines send out a digital alert to the company, keeping track of sales and alerting them when the stock runs low.
So we should mention it's not necessarily drugs, it's drug paraphernalia that they're selling that will go inside of it.
Yeah.
Which tells me, first off, if you're a cop, you're like, all right, let's find out who's taking drugs.
Wouldn't you just stand next to it if you're a cop? You're like, oh,
that's all right.
Getting the crack pipes and then walk 5 feet later.
Indeed. And also I could see like a strung out dude trying to, like it gets caught up and I'm like, I need my crack pipe, and you're just kind of shaking.
Breaking the glass.
To get in there. It is a sign of the times. I appreciate, though, the Narcan, the fentanyl, and that sort of thing. And, hopefully there's some kind of, just like you see it on gambling apps all the time, like place that they can go
if you need help. Yeah.
Maybe that's the stipulation that they have. Let's cross our fingers.
Well, if you want more information, head to our website, dailyflashshow.com.
KSA Entertainment believes in our communities. We value those who have dedicated their lives to enrich our own. KSA Entertainment is proud to introduce our corporate initiative, KSA Cares. KSA Cares shines a light, gives a voice, and lends a helping hand through compelling awareness initiatives. From supporting veterans to environmental awareness, KSA Entertainment is proud to produce content supporting ways to help communities all across America.
From lovable characters to crazy and creepy, the toy industry's premier player, Elizabeth Werner, is here with the scary scoop on all things dress-up.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we will jump right in with Jazzwares. The makers of the hottest costumes have wowed me by doing exactly what we had hoped. They took our favorite toys and turned them into a line of costumes. So now our squishmallows that we love to squeeze and hold and snuggle with, we can actually wear. We've got our Gwendolyn strawberry bat, soft, squishy, just like the real thing, but now we can put it on our little ones. Hey, the adults can get in on the fun too. We've got our Sketlana skeleton unicorn. We can layer clothes underneath these if it's cold out. They're really comfortable to wear, and they even thought of a treat pail. So now, instead of the pillowcase that my kids always had, they can utilize this treat pail, fill it up with their favorite candy, and it's the best of all worlds. Now, when it comes to superheroes, Jazzwares has us covered there. How about the world of Marvel? For the little ones, a Spider-Man or a Miles deluxe Zentai costume. Really comfortable, stretchy material, all one piece, comes with a mask. They can choose to take that on or off, when they need to eat the candy as they go. And then I've got on our Spider-Gwen Zentai costume. All one piece, again, very comfortable. I've chosen not to wear the mask today, but it comes with that as well. They even have Marvel for pets, so be sure to look for that. And I can't resist the Deadpool Unicorn Rider inflatable costume. This is amazing. As you walk down the street as Deadpool, you're actually going to be riding on a unicorn. It's an inflatable. It's got a little fan built in, but a lot of fun from the family of Marvel. Now, for the ultimate sci-fi enthusiast, this is it. Star Wars Darth Vader Primalux costume. Yes, incredible authenticity. Highest quality materials, detailed armor, light up features, even a custom storage case, yes, with Darth Vader and Star Wars right there. So Jazzwares is here to help make Halloween memorable. Head to Target, Amazon, or Walmart to find all these awesome costumes.
Thank you, Elizabeth. I love dressing up for Halloween. Isn't it always fun? Check this out. Some trending stories here. Nearly 50%, half of parent or pet parents actually admit to just canceling plans to stay home with their furry family members. True story. According to a new survey of 2,000 cat and dog owners, 30% say that they'll even called out from work just to be with their pets. Almost at least, all of those surveyed consider their pet as an official family member. I agree. All the respondents also said that they admitted to chatting to and showing their pets affection at least a dozen times a day. The survey also found nutrition ranked as the #1 priority for pet parents, which makes a lot of sense. And I didn't, I was kind of hoodwinked into getting our cats because I thought we were getting a cat and then we got 2 cats. Yeah, hoodwinked. Yes. And we got a cat and he looks just like my cat that I had when I was a little kid. Young. He's orange, and I didn't name him. My bonus son did, named him Jake, which I think is a cool name. Yeah. And for some reason, he just calms me down. And your dogs do that as well. Isn't it weird how they can do that?
It's amazing, like working in a busy newsroom when they would bring in therapy dogs, either for a segment or just to kind of boost the spirit in the newsroom. It's amazing the level of stress that just dissipates when an animal shows up. And it's amazing. Yeah, I just think there's something about them that's very cool, calm, and comforting.
When we personify him as well, because my cat, he's lazy, just hangs around that, and I go, man, you got the life, man. It makes me happy.
Just like us.
Just like us.
KSA Entertainment is proud to produce and provide a robust collection of entertaining, uplifting, and timely content to broadcast, cable, and streaming platforms in the U.S., Canada, and Puerto Rico. KSA Entertainment. On point, on air.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. Are you looking for a way to fund your business without begging the banks? No one likes to do that. That's the question we're actually going to answer for you today in our segment, Fund and Grow, which is dedicated to business owners, SBOs everywhere. And here with those answers is Amanda Webster. She's the COO of Fund and Grow. Amanda, let's talk about some of the alternatives to just traditional business loans. If you're either trying to start up a business or maybe even you're just trying to keep your business going. What's some of those things?
Right. So, you can go anywhere from borrowing from family and friends to going into VC capital and selling some equity in order to get some of that funding in. Or you can actually use an alternative fund that we specialize in, which is business credit. And a lot of people discount that because they don't understand it.
Okay, well, let's talk about it. What is business credit? It sounds like, is it like a credit card or what? What is that all about?
It is actually a credit card, but it's on your EIN. So it's not getting tied up in your personal credit, but it's 100% a credit card from all the major lenders. but it absolutely can be held on the EIN and tons of funding available in that market.
Well, not only that, I would imagine too that it's not you could follow how much money you're buying for that sort of things, but also maybe do these cards, do they own like any kind of special perks, meaning like you can get points or anything? Would it help in other parts of your business?
Oh yeah, you can earn cash back and just straight infuse it back into your bank account. If you like to travel or need to travel for work, you could get free trips. The kind of the endless point game is there on the business side, even more than the personal world.
All right, let me ask you this. When might a business loan really not be the best choice to actually fund your business?
Well, it might surprise you, but in order to get a business loan these days, it is actually much more difficult than it's ever been.
Oh, really?
A year ago, you only had to have, say, $20,000 a month in revenue. Now it's more like $40,000 or $50,000 a month in revenue every single month for at least 6 months. And you have to have 2 years in business, and you have to have all of this paperwork and documentation. And you are basically begging the bank for that type of lending. Whereas in business credit, you don't have to do any of those things. You can get brand new businesses funded in a way that's not available. So traditional loans just don't allow that. And business credit gives you that opportunity. I mean, so does VC and other areas of that, but it's very costly to do those types of funding.
And let's talk about time, because that is a big issue. How long does that typically take to actually get the cash?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at things like an SBA loan, which has a great, market for you, but it can take months to get that funding, and it's a lot of paperwork and tedious things. Business credit, I mean, it's as simple as applying, and it can happen within a week. You could apply and get those cards available to you and start using them to start, grow, whatever you need for your business.
All right, let's talk about how business owners should actually fund things that actually cannot be purchased on things like a credit cards, like maybe real estate, for example. How do they go about doing that?
Surprisingly, there's actually third-party vendors out there that will allow you to take money from a business credit card, and vendors who don't necessarily accept a credit card. So you can actually use a business credit card to purchase almost anything,
really?
Including real estate. People get surprised by that.
Yeah, well, I had no idea you could be able to do that. The steps, though, that people take, they really, a lot of them like, all right, I need money, so I'm going to go to a bank. That might not be the best option. What is the route that they need to take in order to really start to either A, get their business going or keep it afloat?
The first thing is research, right? You need to be strategic in what you're doing and what's available. For business credit, it's a simple Google search to figure out what offers out there, or you can partner with people like us and we'll do all that work for you. But it's actually not that difficult as soon as you know what you're looking for. So looking for business cards that have the perks and 0% interest starting rates, all of that. Just go out and apply. It's really not that hard once you have the education.
But I do like the part where you say you go out and do it all if we go to you. So I think it would take a lot of stress off of my back for sure. Thank you so much for joining us. And it's very important stuff because small businesses run this country. And if you would like to learn more information on how to earn and even use your business credit, don't worry about it. We've got information. You can go to fundandgrow.com. We'll also have links on our website at dailyflashshow.com. Don't worry, we still got more Daily Flash waiting for you. Trending news and information and all the good stuff you need to know about, plus a little fun, all right here on Daily Flash.
The Department of Veterans Affairs recently announced that it has permanently housed more than 41,000 homeless veterans across the country with their Housing First approach. Here's more.
Our recent success is really built upon the success of years past. And this year, what we've done is we've focused on how important it is to have the entire community work together, an approach that we call One Team, to talk about individual veterans who are experiencing homelessness, to identify what it is that they need to get them into temporary housing and then permanent housing. One of the really important things about VA is that we are the country's largest integrated healthcare system, and we know that in order to provide world-class healthcare to veterans, they need to be in a stable housing environment. So we consider a stable home to be part of providing healthcare. So we have a call center that's staffed 24/7, 1-877-424-3838. And we have a website, va.gov/homeless.
So good to see people doing that and helping out our veterans. Sunny Choi made history as the first American woman to qualify for breakdancing in the Olympics. Check this out. It's kind of cool.
Sunny Choi quit her corporate job to compete in breaking at the Olympics, and she continues to break boundaries now.
Just 2 years ago, I was the director in New York City at one of the world's biggest beauty brands. And while I was checking all the boxes outwardly to be successful, I felt like I was missing something. I grew up as a gymnast and I had wanted to go to the Olympics. And while that didn't work out, I did find my passion in breaking. So when they announced that breaking was going to be added to the Paris 2024 Games, I decided to quit my job and pursue breaking full time.
During her training, Choi focused her diet on high-protein snacks and meals to fuel herself for hours of practice and competition.
Nutrition is a super important part of my life. And so I'm constantly prioritizing high quality protein during my day. And so that often means I'm leaning towards eggs. For quick meals during the week, I'll do loaded tots or maybe pineapple fried rice with eggs. Since time in the kitchen is really just another way for me to flex my creative muscles.
For more ways to enjoy eggs, visit meanttobebroken.org.
This is Tim. Tim is all about time. And if you've ever had a chance to look into Tim's cold, dead eyes, you'll see that it's time for you to follow us on social media. Sure, there's 10,000 social sites out there, and we don't have the time to name them all. Seriously, just ask Tim. So take the time to look for Daily Flash TV on your favorite social sites and start following us. That's all the time, Tim. Goodbye.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. When I want to see some celebrity real estate, I go to Andrea's house. When we want you to see it and see the lifestyles of the rich and famous, we dive into some celebrity real estate.
Yes, let's start with Michelle Williams, actress Michelle Williams, who is giving fans a chance to live in Hollywood luxury if they've got $35,000 a month to spare. Wow. Williams is putting her massive 6,500 square foot Brooklyn mansion up for rent. It offers 8 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, and plenty of A-list perks. The historic estate built in 1910 draws comparisons to the famous Gone with the Wind mansion, thanks to its grand 2-story porch and towering columns. Williams purchased the home in 2015 for $2.5 million. She has since restored it to its former glory with modern touches woven into the property's old world charm. The home has curved bay windows and a grand staircase. Modern touches include heated floors, marble kitchen countertops, and a home gym. I'm thinking after a couple of years at $35,000 a month in rent, it'll pay for itself.
I agree. And can I say about Michelle Williams, you never hear about her like, that's the kind of Hollywood star you appreciate. It's just, she just does a great job and you don't see her going crazy and she's a mom and that sort of thing. Interesting. All right, moving forward.
Bravo legend Andy Cohen is parting ways with his New York City apartment after more than 2 decades of ownership. Mitch?
Yeah, well, he hired fellow reality TV star and close friend Ryan Serhant to actually help him find a buyer for the $14 million property. It's great to have friends, right? Yeah. The 56-year-old Cohen has spent the last 21 years turning 4 apartments into his dream home. At 3,500 square feet, the home is far cry from the average Manhattan apartment. It's got 3 bedrooms, a nanny suite, a steam room, a wood-burning fireplaces, as well as a custom-built bar that comes with a topless young man, I'm sure, like on his show, right? And color does it dominate, from blues to greens in the living areas to the cobalt blue cabinets in the kitchen. There's also a lacquer red powder room in the entry and a royal purple rug on the floor of the master suite. Although Cohen is leaving behind plenty of history when he moves out, it's not going far. He actually purchased another West Village property nearby for $18 million. Why the change of address? The new place actually features a terrace and lots of outdoor space, something that you need when you're in such a cramped, tight city, if you think about just your own space.
Have you watched that real estate show on Netflix?
I have, yes.
Ryan Serhant? It's interesting.
I like it.
Yeah.
He has this attitude from the Bravo show, and he keeps it there, and he's very Wall Street kind of
very
real
savvy.
Estate savvy. Exactly. That does it for our show. Thanks, y'all, for joining us.
Be good. We'll see you later.
See you when we look at you. Bye-bye.